Imagine losing everything: your family, your home, your health, and yet still choosing to believe. This isn't just a tale. It's the profound journey of a man who faced unimaginable pain, a man named Job, and never ever lost his faith. Get ready to dive deep into a story that will challenge your perspective on suffering and endurance. The journey of Job, when faith is tested. Long, long ago, in the ancient land of Uz, there lived a man who had it all. His name was Job. He wasn't just wealthy. He was truly righteous, incredibly wise, and deeply, faithfully devoted to God. He was blessed with a large, loving family, immense wealth, and the respect of everyone in his community. His life was, by all accounts, a picture of perfect peace, until one pivotal day when everything he knew changed forever. Up in heaven, a powerful being known as the Accuser, also sometimes called Satan, stood before God. He challenged God, saying, "Does Job fear you for nothing? He's only faithful because you've blessed him? Take away everything he has, and I guarantee you he will curse you to your face." But God, in his infinite wisdom, knew Job's heart. He replied, "All right, everything he owns is in your hands, but mark my words, you must not touch his life." This was a test of epic proportions, a cosmic wager on the human spirit. And just like that, in a single devastating day, Job's entire world collapsed around him. It began with a series of frantic, heartbreaking announcements. Servants came running, their faces etched with terror and grief. "Master, your oxen and donkeys were stolen." Before Job could even process that, another rushed in. "Your servants have been killed by raiders." Then a third, breathless with fear. "Fire fell from the sky and burned up all your flocks and more of your servants." And finally, the most unbearable news of all. A messenger arrived, his voice trembling, to deliver the crushing blow. "Your children, they are all gone." Imagine that moment. Every single worldly comfort, every loved one, gone in an instant. Job, in his raw agony, tore his robe, fell to the ground, and cried out words that have echoed through millennia. "Naked, I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." Despite the unimaginable loss, his faith remained unshaken. He did not accuse God, he blessed him. But the test, incredibly, was not over. The accuser, relentless in his taunt, returned to God and challenged him again, saying, "All right, he survived that, but touch his body, and I promise he will curse you." And once more, God allowed it. Painful, festering sores erupted all over Job's skin, from the crown of his head to the soles of his feet. He was reduced to sitting among the ashes, scraping his agonizing wounds with a piece of broken pottery, a picture of absolute misery. Even his wife, seeing his torment, lost hope. She looked at him, her voice filled with despair, and said, "Are you still holding on to your integrity? Curse God and die." But Job, even in his excruciating pain, answered with profound wisdom. Shall we accept good from God and not trouble? Through all of it, every single trial, every agonizing moment, Job did not sin with his lips. He questioned, yes, but he never renounced his God. During this period of immense suffering, God remained silent. It felt as if heaven itself had closed its ears. But silence, as Job would discover, doesn't always mean absence. 3 of Job's closest friends, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, came to visit him. For 7 days, they sat with him in silence, mourning his loss. It was a beautiful gesture of solidarity. However, when they finally broke their silence, their words were not comforting. They accused him, saying, "Job, you must have sinned. God is just. He wouldn't punish an innocent man like this. Confess your hidden sins." Job, bewildered and heartbroken, cried out, "I have done nothing wrong. I only want to understand why this is happening to me." He questioned, he wept, he shouted his frustrations to the heavens, but he never, not once, let go of his fundamental faith in God. Because sometimes, true faith isn't about having all the answers or understanding every why. It's about sheer, stubborn endurance. It's about holding on even when everything inside you screams to let go. After all the pain, all the accusations from his friends, and all the crushing silence, God finally spoke. And when he did, it wasn't to explain the why behind Job as suffering in the way Job expected. Instead, God reminded Job, and all of us, exactly who he is. He said in a powerful, awe-inspiring voice from a whirlwind, "Where were you when I laid the foundations of the world? Who created the seas and told them, 'You may come this far and no farther'? Have you commanded the morning to rise?" In that moment, Job realized the vastness of God's wisdom compared to his own limited understanding. He understood that some things in life are not meant to be fully comprehended by us. They are simply meant to be trusted. Overwhelmed and humbled, he fell to his knees and said, "My ears had heard of you, but now my eyes have seen you." His perspective shifted from his pain to the infinite power and wisdom of God. And then, God restored Job's life, not just in part, but generously, abundantly. He gave him new children, new herds, new wealth, twice as much as he had before. He gave him new hope and a renewed spirit. But the greatest restoration wasn't just about what he physically gained back. It was about who he became through the fire. True faith, the kind that endures, truly shines brightest when it's tested in the storm. From Job's incredible story, we learn 3 profoundly powerful and timeless lessons that resonate with us today. Lesson 1. Suffering isn't always punishment. This is a tough one to grasp, but sometimes God allows pain into our lives not to punish us, but to refine us, to burn away the impurities and reveal what is truly pure and steadfast within our character. Lesson 2. Faith isn't about what you have, but who you trust. Believing in God doesn't mean He will always do exactly what you want or prevent all hardship. It means trusting that He knows what's best, even when His path seems confusing or painful. And lesson 3. Restoration is real. God truly can return what was lost, and often He multiplies it beyond our wildest dreams. But remember, the most profound and lasting restoration often happens inside the heart, transforming our spirit and perspective. If you're walking through a season of pain, struggle, or uncertainty right now, please remember this. God's silence doesn't mean His absence. He is working in ways you cannot yet see, shaping you, refining you, and preparing you for something new. Job lost everything, except his faith. And what seemed like the absolute end of his world was only the beginning of a beautiful, redemptive new story. Faith is proven, not in comfort, but in the storm. If this incredible story touched your heart, please leave a like, subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content, and share this video with someone who needs a dose of hope today. And let us know in the comments below. I choose to trust, even when I don't understand. Because remember, the same God who allowed the trial is the very same God who is faithfully preparing your restoration. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.